speed of sound. While standing at some distance from a blacksmith, we experience that the blacksmith strikes his hammer on an iron piece. The sound produced on striking the hammer is heard after the hammer is seen striking. Similarly, the cracker is heard only a little later than it's exploded, because here the sound does not reach us instantaneously. It travels in a medium with a finite speed. It takes some time to reach us from the place where it is produced. Therefore, the speed of a sound in a medium depends upon two important factors: elasticity of the medium. Here the elasticity of the medium, V, is equal to square root of E by rho. E is the modulus of elasticity in case of solid, rho is the density. If you replace E as a P due to isothermal change, it will become V is equal to square root of E by P. Next, here the next factor is density. Density, here later on the Laplace applied this equation P by rho as rho P by density. Rho depends upon the nature of the medium. So the speed of sound is different in different media. The speed of sound is more in solid, less in liquid, least in gases. While the speed of sound is nearly 5100 meter per second in steel, 1450 meters per second in water, and 330 meter per second in air. Many examples we can take up to understand. A person living near the railway track, here he hears the steel rail to guess whether a train is coming or not, because the vibration produced by the moving wheel of a train travel much faster through the steel rail than through the air. So sound is heard through track much before it is heard through air. Therefore, the person by hearing sound through the steel rail gets indication of coming the train well before its sound is heard. Now, what are the factors affecting the speed of a sound? First is effect of density. Here the speed of sound is inversely proportional to the square root of the density. Next is temperature. The speed of sound in a gas increases with increase in the temperature. Next is humidity. The speed of sound in air increases with increase in the humidity. Hence, the speed of sound in the humid air is greater than the speed of sound in the dry air, or sound travels faster in humid air than in the dry air. Next, direction of a sound. The speed of a sound increases or decreases according to the direction of the sound. Now, what are the factors not affecting the speed of sound in a gas? Effect of pressure. The speed of a sound in a gas is independent of the pressure. So, here the formula V is equal to square root of rho P by density. P by rho remains unchanged because of the change in the pressure, unchanged in the pressure when pressure increases. Next factor is amplitude of the wave, which does not depend upon the speed of a sound. Next, the speed of sound does not depend upon the wavelength of sound wave. These are the three factors which does not depend on the speed of a sound in air or a gas. First is amplitude, second is wavelength, third is pressure. Next, what are the comparison of speed of sound with speed of light? Here there are various points, especially 4 points, to distinguish between the propagation of a sound and light wave. The light wave can travel in vacuum, but the sound wave cannot travel in the vacuum. Next, the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. That means million times greater than the speed of a sound, because speed of sound is 330 meter per second. Number 3, the speed of light waves decreases in an optically denser medium, while the speed of a sound is more in solid, less in liquid, and least in the gases. For example, optically denser medium, in the sense we can say water has 2.25 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and glass has 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, the speed of light. While in the solid, the speed of sound is more, least in the gas. That means 5100 meter per second in the solid, 330 in the meter per second in the gas. Next, the light waves are transverse electromagnetic waves, where sound waves are longitudinal mechanical wave. These are the comparison between speed of sound and light. Now, what are the consequences of large differences in the speed of sound and that of light? Many examples we come across. Thunder and lightning. In thunder, light is seen much earlier than the sound of thunder is heard, because they are produced simultaneously though, but we hear the light takes almost negligible time in comparison to sound in reaching us from the place of thunder, because the speed of light is much more than the speed of sound. As already we know, speed of sound is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, whereas the speed of sound is 330 meter per second. Therefore, we see the light first, then hear the sound later. Therefore, thunder will be faster than the lightning will be faster than the thunder. Next example we can take up: when the starter in an athletic event fires a gun, a spectator sitting at a distance hears the sound of a fire a little later, while the smoke is instantaneously seen. Again, the reason, the speed of light is much more greater than the speed of sound. Next example: a spectators watching a cricket game hear the sound of a strike a little later than the batsman is seen actually making it. Why? Again, the speed of light is much more greater than the speed of sound. These are some of the comparisons of sound with speed of light, and if you compare both the thing together in any situations like thunder and lightning and athletic events or spectator watching a cricket, this time you can see everywhere the speed of light is much more greater than the speed of sound. As already we know the numerical value of that as well, that speed of a sound is much less than the speed of light. That means speed of light is more, 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, where the speed of sound is 330 meter per second. And this all example like consequences whatever we have learned: thunder and lightning, athletes event or spectator watching cricket, you see speed of light is more than the speed of sound. Already we know the numerical value of it as well. When you compare these two things, we get the differences. So we hear the thunder later, we see the lightning first. So we hear the sound of a fire later, and the smoke will be seen very fast. And the spectator, you see the striking sound later than he see actually making the thing in the cricket. Next, what is the experimental determination of the speed of a sound in air? We know that already the light travels in air about 1,000,000 times faster than the sound, because the value of a speed of a light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, means after 3 8 zeros you can count up, around it may come to 300 million I think. So after that, if you take up the speed of a sound, it is 330. Where is 3 after 3 8 zeros, and where is only after 3 2 zeros? That is very much highest speed of a sound of light is. That is the reason we say the light travels 1,000,000 times faster than the sound. So to understand this experimental determination, we need to do small experiment. Choose two places and mark as A and B at high altitudes. They are facing each other at some known distance, and you call that distance as D. Say A and B facing each other has 1 kilometer distance apart, and they are in a air. Now you note down the distance. At each place there is an observer with a gun and a stopwatch. First, the observer at a place A will fire the gun, while the observer at a place B start his stopwatch immediately on seeing the flash of fire at A, and stops when he hears the sound of a fire. This done by the A. Next, the observer at B by his watch finds the time interval T1 taken by the sound to travel from A to B. This activity done by A. Now the turn comes to B person who is standing at the B place. Now the observer at a place B fires the gun. The observer at a place A stops his stopwatch when he sees the flash at fire B, and stop it when he hears the sound of fire. Thus the observer A by his watch finds the time T2 taken by sound to travel from B to A. Okay, thus the two average sound by the 2 time interval can be taken total time is equal to T1 plus T2 divided by 2. This is the time by sound to travel distance d between the places A and B. Therefore, we know the formula speed is equal to distance by time. Then, distance can be written as a short form d divided by time as t, and formula d by t is equal to speed, or speed is equal to distance by time. We can take up unit meter per second because meter is the unit for distance, time is for second. Therefore, the formula for speed of a sound in air can be calculated as v is equal to d by t, as the definition formula we learnt in class 9 chapter 1. So by keeping this, we understood the speed of a sound in air. By keeping this, next year we have a echo also, so you need to understand very carefully. Next, after that, in this experiment we measure the time interval 2 times, first for sound to travel from place A to B and then from place B to A, as to eliminate the error arising due to flow of wind. However, the speed of sound so determined is not still very accurate because of the personal error of the two observer and the variation in temperature and humidity of air in between the place A and B. Because here we are calculating 2 times to eliminate the error, but here the elimination, why we have to calculate, because here 2 persons are calculating and temperature and humidity are affecting between the 2 places A and B. I hope you all have got it. This